Hey, I gotta put some legs on this table. You wanna hang out? So this is the bottom side of a book match live edge cypress table. Gonna have some steel base legs on it, so I figured while I'm slapping the base and the inserts on, hang out and talk with you guys. So, let me grab the legs. I was thinking this morning, I brought my dog to the shop with me. Honey, she's a miniature poodle. She stinks to high heaven for some reason. But I was thinking, why don't I talk to y'all about dogs? What kind of dogs y'all got? I've had a bunch of dogs. I grew up in the country, if you can't tell. So we had all kinds of dogs growing up, and I'll tell you about a couple. One of them we had, his name was Juno. So my stepdad was from Alaska, and so he named this dog Juno after the state capital. But everybody'd be like, what's your dog's name? And we say Juno, and they'd think we were saying you know. And they'd be like, no we don't. And we'd be like, no you don't what? It's weird. But so what we're gonna do is, hang on, let me show you. When it's building furniture, I was told one time that there's only 3 things in life that are guaranteed: death, taxes, and wood movement. So you gotta account for all 3. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put threaded inserts into the table, bolt and washer through the leg, and it's got the elongated holes, that way it'll allow movement back and forth. And we're gonna put 4 on each side. Here we'll leave the center one because I don't want to put an insert right in the middle of that seam. But we'll get them marked and then I'll show y'all how we do it. What we'll do is we'll just use that center hole kind of as our baseline. We're going to tuck these in a foot from the outside. So we're right at 12 inches, and hang on, let me show you how we're going. So we'll take a 5/16 drill bit. It's a brad point bit, so it's got the little point there on the end. All you do is stick it through, push it down in that table, and it'll make you a perfect little mark where we're gonna put the insert. That one didn't take very good. We also had a German Shepherd one time. Her name was Nanny. She was a pretty cool dog. One time, me and my buddy Zach, we were playing cops and robbers or army or something like that, and he shot me and I fell over. Well, Nanny didn't take too kindly to that, and so she jumped on him and took him right down to the ground, pinned him right on the ground until my dad could come get him off of, or get her off of him. It was crazy. She'd also, like, I'd never seen a dog climb a fence. That dog, we couldn't keep her in a fence. She would climb a 6-foot fence that had electric wire on the top and bottom. She'd climb a 6-foot chain link fence, get shocked on the bottom, climb the fence like a human, get shocked on the top, jump over and go chase whatever she wanted to do. It was ridiculous. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little flag on my drill bit. That way we know how long, well, how deep we need to make the holes. So, y'all see that? There. Take the insert, hold it up to the drill bit, and then I want to give it just a touch more. And we'll do it right there. This way, you have a visual, like, representation of how deep, but also, if you leave the flag out like that, instead of just putting it just around the bit, whenever it gets to the top, like to where you want it to stop, it'll actually sweep away the chips and you can see how deep it is. So always do double check, make sure you're not gonna punch through your table, and watch. Put it right in that mark we had just a minute ago. Tighten your drill bit up. actually put the inserts in, which it's super easy. What I always do is kind of get it started a little bit, so I'm not making a huge mess. Well, let's try it this way this time. Instead of worrying about getting it on the insert, let's just put it on the wood itself. We're still learning. We're all learning here. All right, hang on. So I drilled this a little bit on the smaller side because I want those teeth to really bite into that wood and give us a good tight bite. There we go. Screw her on in there. And always snug it up enough to where it's just barely proud. You don't want to do too much because you'll break the wood fibers, but just to where it's just barely proud of the surface. See that YouTube video of the dog says, like a dog running around on the beach? The owner's like, look how you mind me. So I think of every time my dog doesn't listen. Y'all want to hear another story about Nanny, our German Shepherd? So, like I said, we couldn't keep her fenced up. No matter what we tried, she always got out. Well, one day she got out, and our neighbor had a dog that was a little like Shih Tzu or something like that. Little fluffy dog that was old as dirt. And was blind and deaf. His name was Stinky. So Stinky was out in the yard and doing its business, and Nanny got out and went over there and killed it, tore the dog up. And then the neighbor came over to my dad. Dad's name's Lynn. Goes, Lynn, your dog ate my dog. And this is the best way. He goes, poor old Stinky never saw it coming. I feel bad laughing because it is a terrible thing that somebody's dog would get killed. But after that, Nanny went to live on a farm, or so they told me. I think it was a real farm, but I was like 7 or 8, so I mean, I could be wrong. But we got these bad boys started. You always want to get them started a little bit before you zip them in, because cross thread them, then you're kind of stuck. This one's a little wonky. You might do that one by hand. Oh, there we go. Yeah, if you cross thread them, then you gotta take the whole thing back out because these inserts will strip out and blah, 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 blah. All right, hit it with some ooga doogas. That's it. That's how you do them. We'll do the other side, and then I'll give y'all a sneak peek on the finished product. Alrighty, that's it. All wrapped up. She's ready to go to her forever home. Nice solid top, solid base. We'll have 2 benches to go with it as well. But if you want to see the finished pictures of it, up close and kind of behind the scenes stuff, make sure you follow along with us here. And then also Facebook and Instagram at Heritage Woodwork USA. And leave me a comment below of what your favorite dog story is. I want to hear about your dogs. I feel like I'm that redneck kid that's always like, can I pet your dog? Can I pet that dog? Anyways, thanks for hanging out, listen to my ramblings, and we'll see y'all next time.